Hello, my beautiful Saggies. Welcome back. I missed you guys too. How are you? I hope you guys are faring well, man. For those that are new, welcome. It's a privilege and honor to have you check out the channel. Please like, share, subscribe. It's much appreciated. I'm telling everybody I miss them because I've been on a bit of a hiatus for the past 2 months, relocating myself, positioning myself to my new timeline. That's why you can see it looks a little bit different. Still working on the scene. But yeah, this is my office space. I manifested this space. I built I built this business, this platform at a dining room table and worked there for 1.5 years, reading over 1,000, now way more than that, but over at least 1,200 live personal readings from that dining room table. Went through so many karmic cycles in that home, and it was a tough go. So moving was more than just moving, you know? It felt like a lot. It felt heavier. It really felt like I was ripping myself off of the old. And it was like the divine was really getting me to be really conscious about this move. Every move, when I reflected on it, every move was a reflection of where I was at spiritually, where I wanted to live, the kind of living, the kind of neighborhood, the environment. It was a reflection of what was most important to me at the time. And that's why this move was a big deal, because I was actually conscious about wanting this move, not just the home, but the neighborhood and the community and how I felt and what I did with this space be a reflection of the new timeline. So I just thank you guys for being patient with me, sending me all your love and support. And if you guys reached out, not worried. You guys can tap into my energy. You knew I was good, but you were just like, you know, sending me love. And you know, I just appreciate you guys a lot. A lot of you guys were like, what the fuck? Like, where are you? I love you guys too. I'm back. All right. All right, guys. For those that typically timestamp the readings, please continue to do so prior to the prayer. Don't have a lot of announcements other than just wanting to tell you guys how much I missed you, what was going on with me, and yeah, just thanking you guys. I'm going to be using a deck I don't think I've used with you guys before. It is the Mystical Dream Tarot. I really, really like this deck. And yeah, if you would like to book a personal reading, I was accepting personal readings the whole time. So I just appreciate all of you guys who book with me, work with me one-on-one. You guys know that's my passion, right? So for those of you that do want to book personal readings with me, I do not do them pre-recorded. They're all live and via Skype or WhatsApp. So you'll email me. I'll send you a link for my calendar. You will pay first, and then you will book yourself wherever you would like within the availability. You'll then get an automated email response with my contact details. And you also have an option to add it directly to your calendar. There's like a button so that you get like a reminder or a notification or whatever, like an hour or the day of the appointment. Either way, that's the process for personal readings. So just email me if you'd like to book. If you want additional content, I do daily readings, general readings, and weekly love readings on Patreon. And I just want to thank the Patreon crew for just being so patient and supportive, because last month was wild, you know, maintaining the content and like meeting the quota. I was literally doing readings in my car, late nights, 2 a.m., you know, on the road. Like I was just going with the flow, and I was going through a lot simultaneously. So I just want to shout out the Patreon crew. All right. I love you guys. Anyways, I love all of you guys. Regardless, I just, it was a weird month, and it was very vulnerable, you know, because I had to meet the quota. So I had to just throw myself out there, and it ended up working well. You know, the divine works in mysterious ways, and it just so happened a lot of what I was going through that I was trying to hold back and not show everybody on the dailies and weeklies, divine pushed me, cracked me open to be more vulnerable and transparent, and everybody was going through something, regardless of the shade, regardless of the form or fashion. Everybody was going through something similar, so it was really cool. But yeah, I've been tapping into the larger collective over the past couple of, like about 1.5 weeks now. So I've been tapping into a lot of energies with you guys, and I love you guys, and I know a lot of you, you know. Anyways, I'm back. All right. Let's get into prayer and get into the spread and see what we get for Saggies for the month of May. It's the new world, folks. And if you don't like the way it looks, It's about high time you do something about it. Okay? If you don't like the way the new timeline looks, because we're already in it, everyone. If you don't like the way it looks, it's because you didn't position yourself, which means that a lot of the collective is about to go on another karmic cycle. Some people are not on the new timeline. Some people are on the new timeline in certain areas of their life, but they can't move forward on the new timeline because they're still going through karmic cycles from their old timeline that haven't been wrapped up. So some people are going through karmic cycles in career and are starting relationships, whether romantic or platonic, on their new timeline. But it's causing almost like you're being pulled off the old, and you're being pulled back from the new. So there's a bit of a stuck between two worlds, I guess you can say. Some of you guys have completely ripped yourself off of the old karmic cycle and are literally manifesting your new ones. However that's looking, all of these, because I've been getting, I'll be very honest, Saggy, I've been getting a lot of energy of manifesting, magician energy, pure aces coming down. The problem is a lot of people, this 444 portal people be talking about is a reflection of alignment that has already taken place. Remember, Saturn and Granddaddy Saturn, since last year, at least as far as I've been tapping into the collective, has been aligning us for now. So now we get to see what all of that alignment does, and that should then be reflective in and around your Malkut, your kingdom, right? Okay, this is a reflection of my new timeline because I had positioned myself back then. This was a reflection, right? Some of us in certain areas, or just people overall, did not position and align themselves in these portals. So, but they are manifesting aces. They're manifesting aces, meaning they are reflective of starting the karmic cycle from scratch. While other people's aces are reflection of the beginning of a new timeline, a new karmic cycle where you're going to learn a bunch of new lessons. I'm gonna be very honest with you guys. The new timeline is a karmic timeline too. It's just new, i.e., there is a sense of vulnerability that you're going into it. There is a sense of, there's a lot of patience. There's a lot of, I don't know, it's a different energy. It's not so harsh, right? Where if you'll know the difference if you are manifesting and in align with your new karmic cycle, because the old karmic cycle you've done so many times, there's going to be this sense of, I feel sick, I'm going around this again, this looks too familiar, I know where this ends up. The new karmic cycle, you don't know necessarily where it ends up other than what you've been downloaded and your intuition and your faith. You're not as clear about the forward progression of the new timeline as you are with the karmic cycle. So there's a lot of people who are manifesting Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, but they are all new beginnings reflective of the old timeline. So it's just going around the loop again. And for those that feel like they are manifesting onto their old karmic cycle again, it's going to go a lot faster this time around. Why? Because you're awakened. No different than, I believe, the building process and the moving forward process on the new timelines are going to be a lot faster. You're going to build faster. Like, I was honestly tapping into it in like 75 years. It's going to be very normal for 20 to 25-year-olds to have their own businesses, have created legacy homes in solid, committed relationships. Why? Because their parents were awakened and so are they. So they didn't have to spend their adult years reclaiming themselves and tearing down everything they built from an unauthentic place. They're going to be awakened and healed because the generation before them reclaimed, angel gang, right? All the right? The broke down the slave psychology and reclaimed freedom for the bloodline. Right? So all of that healing, like I tell you guys, it's for the bloodline, right? So now in 100 years, you're going to see it. You're going to see, I don't know if you're going to see, but you will from just a different place. Some of you, I don't know. Yeah. Some people, I think even the lifespan is going to increase of people, because I believe there's a lot of the things that we heal will kill us if we don't heal it. Like, for example, my grandfather, God rest his soul, I believe he died of a broken heart. Medically, he died of a major artery in his chest ripping open and him internally bleeding to death, okay? But my spiritual synopsis of that is he died of a broken heart. He had to bury the love of his life and his oldest daughter. That will wake someone up real quick. but I believe he died of a broken heart, right? So I believe that a lot of the healing that we don't do, that we suppress, can kill us. I don't know why I felt to say that, but I don't know. I'm back. Okay, let's, did we pray? Shit, I always forget. No, we didn't. I don't think we did, but it's better to pray twice than not. All right. Father God, Holy Spirit, ancestors, guardian angels, thank you for rising me up out of my bed this morning, and thank you for connecting me with the collective every day. Right now in particular, please allow me to communicate clearly with the collective sign of Sagittarius, the messages that are in their greatest good, surrounding the material abundance, sustenance, the relationships closest to them, their personal ascension and development, and any other messages that you deem worthy at this time. Thank you, Father God, Holy Spirit, ancestors, guardian angels, for everything you do for me and the collective on a regular. All the healing energy, the support, the love, the guidance, and the protection. We are nothing without it, and we are nothing without you. So glory be to the Most High forever and ever. Amen. Guys, I've been really just surrendering to the downloads, the way they come out, right? I'll be very honest, guys. I told you guys before, I'm not really here to entertain you. You know what I mean? I'm really here just trying to offer the support that I believe was offered to me in my journey, utilizing technology, unlocking this abundance within myself so that my career is a reflection of what I truly believe, right? Now, when it comes to this collective here, there's going to be a lot of switching, like with regards to the tarot community and the collectives within. So if you're a fellow tarot reader, your collective, you're going to notice a split. I believe there's going to be a lot of shifting and moving, right? Because I believe because of what's happening with this mass awakening, there's going to be these waves of people seeking enlightenment. I believe that the readers in the community are going to split. Okay? And I need to be PC about it. I need to be PC about it. That's what I was going to say. So I tapped into this. There is a wave. Oh, that's why I was saying that, because I believe that, like I told you guys, I'm not sacrificing my growth and development in order to cater and read to a larger collective, right? So if you feel that I'm not resonating with you, at certain times you need to trust that, right? I don't know why I felt the need to say that. Also, on this YouTube, I tapped into it. There are a wave. So a lot of the YouTube readers that you guys see here awakened and then came onto YouTube and ascended. So through their working on the tarot and channeling messages, we ascended, we awakened, and we grew. There's a whole wave of tarot readers, real high priests and high priestesses, okay, that are cooked. They are ascended. They had to go through a karmic battle with devil energy telling them that they were never good enough to come in and do what they were watching us do the whole time, when they could have done it maybe even tenfold. They're coming. There is a wave of readers that are true, divinely guided people, but they're cooked, like they are far ascended. So guys, what I'm saying is show a lot of love and support. You might see in your feeds these readers that only have like 20 subscribers, 30 subscribers. Don't be fooled. They're new, or they started the platform and didn't carry on and now are coming back fully awakened. And it's like, I just tapped into that. It's about to get lit on this, in this tarot community, because I already told you there is a disease of narcissism in the spiritual community. A bunch of readers thinking they're the best to do it, while they then go and appropriate and suck the energy of all these other readers and then go on their platform and speak about how they're the best. That's energy vamping, because essentially you're not acknowledging all the people who help you be the best, that you absorb energetically, informationally, informatively, whatever, right? So there's the split, and these people usually speak only on karmic cycles, and they encourage you to stay addicted to it. So let's figure out what the karmic's doing next week kind of energy, right? These new readers coming in, they're talking about the new timeline. They're talking about the new karmic cycle. So all the new lessons, not these old lessons that have been playing out for decades, yo. It's boring. So these new readers are coming and they're going to light this whole YouTube world up like a Christmas tree. I can't wait. And some of you are watching. You better just come with it. You need to step into mission. You need to step and lock that abundance. Okay? Because the divine is really, I keep hearing the divine telling me, we're trying to tell them we're hiring, you know. You guys have to understand your ancestors have been working with the divine to get you on a path that will allow you to unlock your ancestral abundance. And a lot of you did not pick that path and allowed the devil energy to bait you into taking abundance that the devil was going to end up collecting on you from later down the line. Devil energy has created a lot of illusions for people, and the devil energy warned me. When he said I'm collecting on people, I heard that shit. The devil energy literally abandoned people in their illusions. So the devil energy created these massive elusive visions and ideas and realities for people. So they felt almost like love. With the devil energy created this idea of love and success, right? It's like that Pieper type shit. The devil energy abandoned a bunch of people in the collective in that illusion, meaning took the illusion away and left them with the reality and laughed at them. The devil don't love you. The devil has no loyalty. The devil isn't your friend, but the devil will play all those things. And it takes the loyalty, love, all of those things in you for you to identify. I told you guys that inner shadow work should have your inner demon looking at the devil being like, you better miss me with that. I'm the only darkness that's going to be a part of this one's life. That's how your shadow needs to move. When you reclaim it and you no longer let the devil foster your darkness because you reject it and pretend it's not there. Or you pretend the darkness in other people aren't there because they reflect the darkness in you that you aren't open to receiving and acknowledging. Right? So that's what I'm saying. The devil energy pulled some serious illusions off of people's faces, man. And some people I'm getting, they feel abandoned and they think they're abandoned by God. And you guys weren't abandoned by God. You were abandoned by the devil and the illusions that the devil created. The devil doesn't keep any promises. What the fuck? That wasn't God promising you abundance. It was the devil. God promised you abundance on a certain path that your ancestors were trying to get you to go on, but you weren't listening. You didn't believe it. It looked too hard. It was too far down the line. You had no idea of how much abundance. There was no shiny, nothing. A lot of you guys in the collective took that path and are unlocking that ancestral abundance, i.e. the devil cannot come and collect off of it. Why? Because the devil didn't give it to you. Some of you went without love. Because you knew the relationships, the friendships that were offered to you by devil energy, karmic energy, tempting you to look for love outside of yourself only to be abandoned, right? God said, pick this path. The divine said, pick this path. And you will find that love, which is a form of abundance, not just money. Ancestral inheritance is the love and relationships our ancestors could never have because of things like slavery and systematic oppression and, religions and cultures and all of these things. So we are inheriting the love that our ancestors couldn't get. So our ancestors are saying, follow this path and you'll be able to have the relationship and the love we couldn't, and not just live out a systematic karmic cycle that is exhausting and doesn't bring love, and it doesn't pass it down to the youths, the pick-me-them, nothing, right? So our ancestors are trying to bring us down that path. So these portals you hear people talking about, they're all about alignment. So if there's a portal now, it's about alignment to receive, to move forward, further down the line. People are so desperate to receive outside of themselves that they think these portals are going to bring something. They're only bringing you what the portal is. You're only going to receive what this portal is aligning you for. Some people didn't want to align. They didn't want to face the harsh truths about themselves and the realities, because the truth could have taken any illusion that the devil put in front of your face away. Because no matter how long those illusions were running, there was always the truth muddling around in your head that was causing an internal battle that you were fighting. That's why everybody has a spiritual battle within them that they fight. that plays out karmically. And as you go through these karmic cycles and you learn these lessons, your inner angel gets stronger and you have a better ability to manipulate energies, manage them, better understand them. That's why I say when we go on this new karmic cycle, the new timeline, we move, we build things that don't have to get torn down, whether they're relationships, businesses, homes, foundations, because we're awakened now. That karmic cycle you came from, you were only awakened for the tail end of it. That's why it was so painful. At the end, even though you were living out the same thing you had been that whole karmic cycle, the reason why it was so painful at the end is because you actually allowed yourself to do the tough work, to be aware, made aware of everything, to see the harsh truths. Anyways, let's go into your spread. First card out, the Two of Pentacles. This was just juggling the two worlds. Some of you felt, like I said, I believe that devil energy might have rocked an illusion off of you. Like the devil abandoned you in an illusion that made you feel like you were gaining wish fulfillment. And then the devil energy pulled it away. And then now you've lost your footing. Like some of you guys are rocked by the reality of a situation. Some of you, the devil energy created a second option for you. Some of you or somebody might have, this could be you or somebody else. Somebody was under the impression that they were an option being juggled, or that somebody else was an option for them and they were not. Some of you were not being juggled by somebody energetically. That might hurt your feelings, but it shouldn't, because if, like, I don't know. I'm getting the devil energy created an illusion of another option in order to get somebody to abandon the pentacle for the new timeline. I'm getting a lot of pentacle energy, but I told you guys months ago, I just love how the Pisces reading in Pisces season, I said Pisces season will change everything. And the views were low because you guys thought I was so dramatic, but did Pisces season not change everything? Like, we haven't been the same since March 21st. Sorry, Thora. Oh my God, Thora that laugh just like disrupt her soul. I'm sorry, Chachi. Okay, yeah. So I personally, okay, that was what it was. Some of you guys were confused about a decision, didn't know which way to go, didn't know which path to take. Some of you guys are going to get, the devil energy is going to, there's some kind of illusion that gets ripped from you that makes you feel abandoned. But you need to look for God when you are rocked down into darkness like that, because that's where you'll find the other pentacle, the one you were always supposed to pick, or the one that is in your best interest that you need to see, right? So I feel like it could feel like something hurts, but it is in your best interest. There is a reality, a truth that has been, some of you guys have been rocked with, but this truth is ripping an illusion away. So some of you, it's the divine. Because I personally believe like there's this spiritual battle playing out. I see the devil energy baiting people into beliefs and fantasies and then abandoning them in the fantasy. It's because of where the devil energy was trying to bait them to. So devil energy for some of you, or this could be somebody close to you, all right, that you were energetically or are energetically attached to or tethered to or bonded to. This devil energy created an illusion, and it was almost like the donut thing, like follow, and the person just kept following the illusion, waiting for the devil to make good on the promise, and the devil never did. And then the devil baited some of you or someone into a very dark part of the woods only to leave the illusion. So the devil's like, there is no abundance, there is no love, ha ha ha, and then bye. Some of you guys are feeling like there's a nightmare that has occurred because the illusion is gone. You don't know how you ended up where you are right now, and you need to see what it was that tempted you into that forest, because it wasn't the divine. It's a feeling. It's an understanding. It's an inner knowing. And if you don't understand, like if you can't acknowledge that you abandoned the truth in order to pursue this path that the devil energy was able to create illusions, because if the devil energy creates an illusion, it's because the devil knows it's something you want to hear or see that you won't investigate and realize is a lie. The devil's not stupid. The devil isn't going to create illusion around something that you're going to go, wait a minute, is that really the case? And then find out it's not. Devil energy is going to do it somewhere where you hurt, somewhere where you seek outside of yourself, so you won't even look into it. It's just presented to you. It looks the way the devil knows how you want it to look, sound, and feel. Boom, presents that to you. But if you were to really investigate and not let that lead you, you would see that there's no facts surrounding this opportunity that you guys were led to. Some of you guys are led to a dark place. The reality of a situation is brought forward, and now you are on a path of awakening to let your inner light lead you to the opportunities that were truly destined and fated for you. All right, 25 minutes in, one card. Yeah. I just kind of let them out now, right? I don't know, I just do as I feel with the cards. 8 of Wands. Yeah, now you can move forward. Some of you guys were rocked by certain realities that came in over the past month or two. Because this is the 4 of Wands. Wands are weeks, so this would be 2 months. The Pentacles are years. I believe this is the wrapping up of possibly a 2 to 20 year karmic cycle, which essentially, whether it took 2 years or 20 years, it was the death of not just you, but it was the death of the karmic cycle where your bloodline had to abandon or be, or it's like the death of like, no one will ever be like this again in your family is what I'm getting. The work that you're doing to heal, it's like you're never passing down certain things to your bloodline. Again, like you are ending, you are bringing certain patterns to a really hard stop. However, that's playing out because of certain realities that were brought to you. They were things that you were avoiding to see clearly because of the pain that it triggered, right? So I'm just seeing rocked by reality, grounding yourself within that reality, and then that propelling you forward really fast. Because 8 of Wands speaks of clarity. There could have been these illusions were stopping you from getting downloads from the divine, only for the devil to abandon you out in the middle of the forest, meaning that illusion ain't real, sucker, bye. And then the divine saying, and you cried out. There was nothing else to hear. I hate when they say that God and the divine don't go to dark places. I don't know about you, but that's where I found them. In the darkest of places, man. Like the darkest. Okay, there was nothing else to find. There was nothing else to seek. There's no one else to call out for. There was no one else to save you. So the darkness was mandatory. Yeah, because some of you guys, I don't know where you are. Some of you guys might be stuck in this feeling of self-pity because of some reality that you're feeling victimized. Because again, you're not taking accountability for how you got here. You're just feeling bamboozled. Some of you are feeling bamboozled with where you've ended up. And you need to be kind to yourself. You ended up there because you were not awakened. Wherever this situation and this reality check awakened you. Okay? It was painful, but it is for most of us. Anyway. Coming out of the victim mentality, because I think that's also what this coffin represents. Anyways. The sorcerer, I don't want to take that because it kind of went in. That was that devil energy I think we just spoke of. It came and it was gone. It abandoned it. Anyway, which is fine. It can go fuck right off, but it's just the damage that was done. It's how these lies, right? How the devil plays off of our own insecurities to be able to, so it can then create these illusions, right? That lead us astray off of our path, right? Because if you don't seek outside of yourself, the devil can't create illusions to bait you out into anything. You know, it'll more create illusions that you'll look around and see other people being affected by. Anyways, some of you are conflicted about how you feel about some communication that has come into you, whether it is by the divine or it's actually 3D, meaning somebody is speaking to you, because the 8 of Wands speaks of communication. So now if I'm looking at it like the communication came first, so this is more 3rd dimensional than 5th dimensional spiritually, I'm just seeing somebody a little bit thrown off. Some of you, it could be what you downloaded. Some of you, there is a reality and a truth that you were downloaded and you're kind of thrown off. That you even thought this, downloaded this. So now you're confused by what you're being downloaded. For some of you, it's feelings. For some of you, Sagittarius, is you Somebody wants to marry you, commit to you, and you are conflicted because the flood of feelings that came in. So some of you might have manifested partnership, like commitment from your person. And through the karmic cycle of having to surrender and not seek the ceremonialist commitment of marriage, but more the spiritual meaning of it, it then got you to be open to maybe what you truly want. Because I'm tapping into somebody who really wanted somebody to propose and marry them, and then when it wasn't happening, went within and really asked themselves if this was what they wanted. And I think it was because they didn't think, or they weren't patient enough to get the commitment that it is that they wanted from their partner. Only for them to look in and get a bunch of downloads about them maybe not being in alignment with the kind of relationship they wanted, period. So then asking themselves, why am I stressing for a commitment when I don't even know if this is where I want to be in the next 20 years? Now, said commitment comes in and boom. Some of you are just shocked of how this is occurring. I don't know, that was strange. 4 of Swords. Some of you are reflecting. Some of you guys are realizing, like, when you pull your energy back from somebody, they come forward. And you're realizing that just happened with regards to like a commitment. Like energetically, you started thinking, maybe I don't want this commitment, or maybe I don't even want this relationship. What am I really waiting for? Like, I hear somebody doing all that. And while you were doing that, you were pulling your energy back, which is what I think you were pulling your energy back to decipher all these other feelings and emotions and these desires that were getting you to think outside of what it was you were trying to manifest, which I think was a commitment from a current partner, only for you to feel differently about that and possibly get that commitment. So now when you thought, oh, of course I would have said yes and I'm happy and tell everybody, oh my God, they proposed, or whatever the case is, you're now not telling people about this proposal. You're now not sure. And your partner might be like, what the hell? Yeah, this is karma. This is karma. This is what wasn't revealed. This was everything that was suppressed and denied. This is getting rid of the old infrastructure where people got married because they thought that was what they needed to do at certain stages of their life, and then completely missed the whole spiritual sacrament of it. Like, I personally downloaded that we will no longer say our vows to each other. When we get married, we will no longer look at our partner and say each other's vows. We will watch our partner say their vows to God. God, I promise and vow to A, B, C, D, and E. And then boom, you will look up to God. I downloaded it that the person who even blesses the marriage doesn't face the people. Everyone, including the guests, faces God. Times are changing, folks, and they're changing real fast. Some people are handling them not so well as others. This, to me, is also reflective of the split in the collective. Some people not handling the inevitable change. Some people are really trying to blame God for what is occurring in their life instead of seeing how they missed the opportunities to align themselves because they didn't love themselves enough to position themselves to. There's lack of faith. There's also lack of faith here. Not believing when the divine said there was a better path. That not believing the divine when they said that you don't have to sell your soul to the devil. And i.e., when you think of selling your soul, it's abandoning a part of yourself so that the devil will receive you and accept you. That is selling your soul to receive something, to gain something, acquire, whatever. God's trying to say you never had to sell any part of yourself ever. Your ancestors aren't going to make you abandon yourself to get abundance, your inheritance. God's not going to make you abandon yourself to bring in love and partnership that is a reflection of, the divine. Like it doesn't work like that. So I'm seeing this split in the collective. Some people are utilizing this time to move themselves forward very quickly because they're open to the divine. So this also tells me some of you guys are watching too much news. You're not allowing the downloads to come in about how you should move forward and where you should go. Because some of you guys have this burning fire energy, but because of circumstance and certain illusions that are created around these circumstances, you're not listening to the downloads that are telling you you can do certain things. It'd be like, people shaming me into believing that I couldn't move. Meanwhile, I was living in one of the worst living situations I've ever been in. So it was like, I didn't give a fuck what anybody was telling me. I relocated myself to a piece of paradise and I'm good now. I wasn't having I've been social distancing from you people. Like I've been moving a certain type of way. I didn't have to rearrange my life at all. Why? Because I had already aligned and positioned myself in a certain way, which is why the path had been a little lonely, because I think I was listening to shit other people weren't listening to. Some of you guys feel that way, and you guys are realizing, you guys are manifesting certain things in times when people, and I can't even say that because it can play out both ways. A lot of us are moving forward in certain areas and then getting rocked by areas karmically we couldn't move off of. Sorry, guys. I don't know if this is making any sense. We're 35 minutes in. Yeah, this is what I mean, right? These new manifestations. Some of you guys are going to Some of you guys are wounded warriors and you need to be open to the manifestations, the aces that are going to help heal the wounds that you can't, i.e. the support, healing, and whatever you offer to other people in your communities, your friends, your family, whatever. You're going to have to be open to receiving that from people. I see some of you being challenged with having to receive, which you'd be surprised. There's a lot more control in giving than receiving, which is why some people struggle with it. Right? The vulnerability of having to surrender and just receive, and the gratitude and the seeding energy. It's tough for some of you. Some of you were rocked by a painful reality of something. Like I think there was something that you wanted, that you were trying to manifest, that you realize you can't have. And that really threw you off guard. I think some of you had to purge emotionally the disappointment, had to mourn the illusion or whatever it was that you wanted that you realized that you now cannot have, only for you to move forward directly into wish fulfillment. Has your name all over it. There was something that was holding you back because you were trying to manifest something that wasn't for you. You were trying to manifest something. You were in conflict. You were asking God for something you weren't going to receive. Do you see the imbalance? Right? God's like, okay, if I give that to you or you receive it, and you're like, fuck no. Absolutely not. Like, there was some kind of like, I don't know, with regards to this Two of Pentacles. I think you were confused. You guys were juggling something. You guys wanted something that I don't know if you were sure was really for you, but there was something you were drawn to it. And I think it was karmic. I told you guys, we're familiar and we resonate with things from low vibrations, from high vibrations. And I think there was something that you were trying to manifest that was a reflection of the old version of you, which is what God was trying to get you to let go of. And some of you guys were not letting go of that old version of you. So when whatever it was you were trying to manifest, you realize the inevitability of it not being for you and you can't have it, boom, it puts you on total course correction and gets you to put your energy in manifesting what it is you actually want. Yeah. And then it happens right away. So I think that some of you guys are going to realize that you were actually spending what your energy that you were putting into something that is now been reclaimed, however it's been reclaimed, was actually stopping you from manifesting what it is that you want. Again, there was this need to have to surrender It was like you knew what you wanted, but you didn't know how it looked, but you were insisting to God that you did know how it looked. So that's what I meant. You were asking for something that you weren't going to receive. And God was saying, let me bring it in a different way that isn't familiar to you, but is going to resonate with you because it is a reflection of what you truly want. I just think that you guys were hit with the reality of something, and it actually allows you to manifest and put your energy into something that you truly do want. 9 of Swords. It was something that was really stressing you out and holding you back. That's what I gather. And I think that some of you, though, are going to be rocked, because for some of you, this is future tense. Because for some of you, you're in a good energy right now, but it's because you think you know something that isn't actually true. I think some of you guys are still... Some of you guys, this 2 of Pentacles energy is in front of you, meaning you are going to be rocked with the reality of something. And it's going to hurt, and you're going to feel like God's doing this to you. It was devil energy that created an illusion and abandoned you in that illusion. The devil knew that the reality of the situation was going to come out. The truth is the only thing that's real. The devil doesn't deal in real things. The devil deals in illusions and hopes that we make them real. Tries to live vicariously, using its demons to live through us so that it can have an experience that God didn't get it because it didn't earn that experience. A lot of demons and duppies didn't earn an experience to be able to live here, so they will torment human being souls to try to live vicariously through the weak. That's why I told you guys, going into new relationships, building foundations with relationships, they have to be spiritual, or else these people can't protect you. Going into the new timeline of independent coexistence, the only way somebody can protect you outside of how you protect yourself, okay, is by identifying demons that want to use them to hurt you, and then telling those demons to kick rocks and go about their bumba-clot business. A lot of your friends and past lovers on your old karmic timelines were reasoning with the devil while the devil was telling them, do this to hurt this person, do this to look out against them. This is their weakness. This is their fear and insecurity. And then channeling that to hurt you. These are spiritually weak people. The devil's going to collect on them. These people thought the devil loved them, and the devil's going to do exactly what it did through them to you, to them through others. Karmic cycles from a lower vibration, coming off of those and moving to higher vibrational karmic cycles, and then being able to move a lot faster in them because you are awakened. Your determination is going to pay off. A lot of you guys have been putting in a lot of efforts. The devil energy might have been getting you to give up on something that you were passionate about, putting a lot of energy into, all right? Devil energy was trying to get you to give up on it when the divine was telling you there's nothing but wish fulfillment that's going to come out of your efforts, so keep going. And some of you guys were really, really stressed, or are stressed about what's not coming in and the efforts that you are putting in. And you just need to trust, because it will come in with this Ace of Wands. These are the downloads. And I just look at in this deck, the colors, right? The way the colors are, I just see that these downloads are going to materialize. You see how the purple is above and then it comes down into this lotus? It's like this is going to materialize. Some of you are have been totally reborn in order to usher in wish fulfillment for yourself. Some of you, there's people stressed about your transformation, watching you blossom and grow, and then realizing that maybe they had an opportunity to do that with you and didn't choose it. They opted out of your journey or the path that you picked, and are now watching what that path brought to you, and realizing that the devil was lying to them. Because I think there's somebody here who really thought that the path, the illusion that they were following, that was created by the devil, was going to bring them this. I'm seeing that some of you guys went into separation with a sibling, a best friend, or a partner because of the paths that each other took. There was love, there was respect, there was attraction, but each person was drawn to a different path. And I think some of you guys are looking at a past partner and looking and saying, that could have been me. Thank God. I picked the path that I took, no matter how lonely, painful it was. It's yielding the results I want. I am positioned in the way I always imagined, even back then with that person when I couldn't, or in that situation when I couldn't, or whatever, right? And then I think on the reverse, though, I think somebody's looking at you and saying that could have been me, and they are not in that space. They're being rocked with the reality of their illusions and the lies that they told themselves and others. The reality is now rocking them, and they're realizing that they didn't pick the path. Some of you are watching the path you could have picked play out with somebody. Somebody's watching that path play out with you. Some of you guys offered an opportunity to somebody to grow and develop. I see some of you guys being like, yo, years ago or a while ago saying, yo, it could have been this, and I want to be this, and I want to do this, and da-da-da-da-da-da. And somebody not believing in your dreams, not believing maybe you could achieve them, thinking you were unrealistic, thinking that there's no way you could gain that much abundance and stability pursuing those dreams, and da-da-da-da-da-da. So somebody went down another path. And that path didn't lead them to the abundance and the love that they thought they could have when they left the path that you were moving forward to. And I feel like there's a realization. Some of you are watching somebody going, oh my God, that could have been me. Thank you, God, for leading me away from temptation and delivering me from evil. And then there's somebody else going to God and saying, I could have lived a different life. With the Nine of Cups and the Nine of Swords, I could have lived a different life than the Two of Pentacles. That got a little bit heavy. All right, we're going to wrap there. And then the Three of Wands, ushering in the infrastructure of sex, love, and relationships, the preparations you made to be in alignment. Meaning you didn't need to see your ships coming in order to prepare your dock for them to come. You listened to God telling you they're coming, you better prepare, instead of saying, well, I don't see them, so I'm not going to do it. You show me the boats and then I'll get prepared. God was trying to tell them it doesn't work like that. Some of you guys aligned. Why? Because your souls are old and you have caught a sound lashing for not being prepared when your ships came in. You learn these lessons, whether in this lifetime or the past ones. So this you took a path. I believe I'm tapping into a group of Sages that took a path less traveled in order to bring in what they've been trying to bring in for many lifetimes. That the illusions of the devil didn't allow them to bring in, that their lack of self-love played them out of, that their lack of connection to the divine and their ancestors never led them to. Okay? All right, and then, shite, guys. We'll pull one really quick. Father God, Holy Spirit, ancestors. Ooh. Ooh. I'm going to take that one. Happy life. You're itchy because you be in those bushes and you're going to get ticks in those bushes. Anyways, live a less guarded life. Someone asked Junaid, the Sufi sage, oh, you who is aware of the hidden mystery, how can one find the secret of happiness? Just by connecting with the heart, he replied, Attar. How do I live a happy life and fulfilling life? This has been the concern of every human being on earth. To find the answer to this riddle, look around for happy people and find the secret of their happiness. By doing so, you will find out that no one is truly happy who has no love in his heart. Sufis defines happiness as the perfume of the rose of love, the light shining from the candle of love, and the whisper from the sound of love. The happiness that is born of love has neither limit nor appetite to satisfy. It only comes to those who have love and share their love. Attar is guiding you. There's a screen on there, Thora. She went right through. Day 2, like a horse, went right through the screen door. Took it right off of the hinges. That's what a 120-pound dog will do. Anyway, she's now officially my weight because I lost a bunch of weight. My mom's like, you don't transition well. Like, you don't deal with change well. I'm like, of course I do. And then I'm like, 20 pounds later, I broke out acne. I'm like, maybe not. Anyways, what are you looking for? What you are looking for will be right in front of you if you would pay attention and practice gratitude. All right, guys. Anyways, that's your spread. I'm back. I will see you next month. I'll see you for lives. I am back, okay? I love you guys for your continued support. And please, until the next time I see you, continue to let your inner angels live. Mwah. Ciao.